Hi guys, um, how are you doing? Today we're going to talk about capitalism versus subsistence. But as a segue, I wanted to ask a very important question. These COVID-19 times have gotten us to question if this is a clear sign from God of the forewarned last days in the Revelations. The question is, why did God create Lucifer? And what can Africa learn from the existence of Lucifer in the world? I think the important lesson to learn from this is that, and I've thought about this many times, is that I think God's intention, excuse me, wasn't for humanity to be safe. I think God's intention was for us to be strong because how you contend with evil or with suffering or with Lucifer is not through seeking safety and hiding, but rather through building knowledge and strength and facing your evil. That's why it's a very good moral virtue to teach your children to be strong and face their fears. Because in facing your fears, you become stronger and you learn something. You know, this is the same virtue in every time you make a mistake, um, you learn something new, and so you become stronger. And maybe you can never make that mistake again. I mean, if you really learned something. So, what has Corona? Corona has revealed a lot about who is in charge, you know, and what freedom really means. I mean, the mind space that we've allowed um, this coronavirus to take up in our heads to the level of people willingly giving away their civil liberties is uh, is embarrassing. It is shocking, you know, the fact that the entire world, you know, has been frozen, you know, by a few. You know, who at their own comfort um, will determine when enough people have died, when, you know, when enough hunger strikes have arisen, you know, because people in Africa are starving. Not only Africa, people all over the world are starving. But one thing about reality is that if you don't produce anything, there's nothing to consume. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. There's a hashtag that I shared on my Facebook some time back. We can't believe that by government giving out these small checks or distributing this relief ramen food that they've taken, that it's a sustainable way to, you know, keep us in this lockdown. And people have to get out there and and produce food. people have to get out there and do research and find the medicine for this enemy anyway. You know, for you to compel people to stay in their homes. People can't go out to look for food for their families. Children are starving. You know, and the relief is not coming. What happens if COVID is going to if we won't have, pretty much we're not going to have the vaccine for 18 months. So are we going to stay in the house hiding for the whole year? You know, this eightness mentality of assuming that that the economy is like a fountain of treasure, of food that, all you have to do is cry to the government and then relief will come, is preposterous. It's madness. It's insanity. You can't legislate food into being. You can't say let there be food and then it will appear. You have to get out there and work, and produce the food. And people have to be allowed to get out there and produce the food. We've had worse crises. Worse crises in Africa. We've had Ebola, we've had measles, we've had polio, and many others. But we didn't have to shut down. Ebola is way, way, way worse than this flu, this COVID flu. COVID at best is just a bad flu, but flu kills many people. It's just a bad strain of flu. But we already know how to protect ourselves from flu. Those who have been immunized have been immunized. And those who are naturally resistant, we are resistant. We get a flu every now and then, but we don't shut down the entire world. We don't freeze the whole economy. And it's scary and unfortunate that the whole world is allowing for their civil